Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us is the Panasonic RF-503. It's a classic from 1980s. It's AM/FM all-analog portable radio, and I'll perform an evening medium-wave band scan with it. First, we'll go over features. Second, I'll do a status comparison. And third, I'll start cruising the evening medium-wave band. So let's check it out, the Panasonic RF-503. Yeah, you could pick this up for around $20-25. I'll have eBay links below. Definitely worthy consideration. Makes a great backup radio because it's powered by a 9-volt battery. 9-volt battery radios are pretty cool to own because if you're in a disaster situation where like a hurricane's coming and people are stocking up on batteries and you run out to the store a little late and there's no batteries on the shelf except 9 volts, guess what? A 9-volt battery will power up your backup radio. It's awesome to have. Definitely worthy of something extra to keep around the house. So let's go ahead and check out the features. On this radio, we have a carry strap, very handy. We have an earphone jack, single ear only, probably. On the front here, not too desirable, but we do have a tiny little indicator window. And then there's our dial indicator. It's like a fluorescent green, if you can see it in there. FM band, 88 to 108. We have the AM band, which we're going to use tonight. 530, it says 1600. Usually it's 1610. This radio today tuned out 1640 during the day, so hopefully we'll get to 1630 tonight. It'll be nice. It's got an aluminum front plate here. Gets a little dented, as you can see, but holds up pretty well. My example was $8. I got lucky about 5 years ago. If you're good at sniping on eBay, you should be able to pick up a good deal as well. Down here, we've got a 2.5-inch speaker. A good tonal quality, especially when listening to talk radio on AM. I do like it. Right hand side, we have our tuning wheel and our volume on-off control. Top of the radio, we have the pull-up antenna for FM. This comes up to 14 inches, and it recesses in this little notch area so you don't break the top off. And as you can tell, it worked really well. On the back, we can look at the model information. R503, runs on a 9-volt battery, made in Taiwan. There you go. Band select switch, AM, FM. You can switch it to either one. We have an AM for now. We have an open enclosure here and antenna screw. On the bottom, it says push to open. We can do that. Bear with me here because this is very difficult to open. You really got to pull it apart. And on camera, this can be a chore. So let's really, there we go. All right, it's always cool to look on the inside. So first, the back plate. It has some codes. There you go, if you guys can decipher what those codes mean. I have no idea. But it must mean something important. Got a serial number there. So our FM antenna, as you can see, just resides there with no connection. The connection is made by a little tab on the board here, right here. This little metal tab touches the bar here for your FM reception. Looking in the radio internals, our 9-volt battery made from Radio Shack. Yeah, dude. Man, not kidding. Radio Shack. Sweet. Original capacitors, which is really cool. That's one good thing about these radios. They just run forever, even on these old capacitors. You'd probably use a tune-up by changing them, but if it works, leave it alone. An IC, which is your analog chip. Probably Toshiba with that T there. And then we have our circuitry, all analog, and our tuning capacitor here. And on top, we have a 2-inch ferrite antenna for AM band. We have a main coil and a secondary coil there. So there you go. And our speaker magnet there. All locked in. All right, cool. So as you can tell, yeah, I usually don't like opening these up on camera because they are hard to put back together. It's the only way to get to the battery, though. And I thought it'd be fun looking at the insides before I get started. And it's got these little notches you gotta line up. So line it up there and then snap it into place. Okay, top first. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and do a little quick size comparison. We have CC Pocket in the house, 11:38 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or Central Standard Time, excuse me. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. Give you an idea of my location. It is wintertime. It is below 0 outside. So we'll see how the waves travel the skies tonight. Hopefully nice clear skies. It'll do a good job. But I found sometimes cloudy skies are good as well. So there you go, CC Pocket. Next we have CC Skywave, which I'll keep handy in case I get lost in the dial. It's pretty easy too, because you get to the end here, between 1300 to 1600, you can see it's really narrow, and there's a ton of stations in between that area right there. So yeah, I'll be able to pick up quite a bit through here, but yeah, at the end part gets a little harder. So there you go. You can tell it's such a thick radio. Nice to have though. And of course, if you don't have those two radios, we have a deck of cards, standard size. It's Iron Man. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves his radios for Panasonic land. Sing it with me, everybody. Iron Man, he's the man. I'm just kidding. All right, we're done. Just having a little fun, getting a little crazy. It's all about radios and Iron Man. No, you know what I mean. It's fun. It's a deck of cards I had laying around. Actually, the original one was this one. And I just went a little crazy with it, so got a second one. All right, let's turn this thing on. So our on's over here. The bottom of the band, as you can see by a tiny little indicator. Okay, let's see if we can find something right at the bottom. That's cool. It's a music station on 530. And I think it's Cuba, but it could also be something northwest. You don't think that music's copyrighted. Whoops, I'm using a Terk Advantage Loop. As you can tell, it works really well in the evening. So if you guys know what station that is, if that's a Cuban station on 530, let me know. I'm thinking it is. If it's Cuba, it's 1,700 miles to the southeast there. That's the direction. Notice how it tuned in. Very cool. Okay, we'll keep going. Next station is 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. We have to aim that little internal antenna to the north.
We're talking to Ellen Borsig, who is a senior fellow in law and public policy at Marquette Law School and is also a longtime education reporter at Morning Journal Sentinel, where he still occasionally writes.
There you go. Yeah, it's WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, on 540, 70 miles to the north, 400 watts at night.
Predicting what's going to happen, laid out what you think points
So we can find something else.
So the first one being
550. KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri.
Continues, on any average weekend.
Barely make it out. Okay.
How many people will be shot and how many people will be shot and killed?
Okay, here's 560 WIND, Chicago, Illinois. The answer.
With Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who implemented a no chase policy, which ensures that officers cannot chase a suspect on foot. And if they're in a car.
More than this NBA player loves his. This is ESPN Radio. Keyshawn lived up to his advanced fill-in for the Cowboys, leading the team in receiving yards while taking over a leadership role in the locker room and on the field. Who wrote this script? Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn, Jay Will, and Max. It all starts weekday mornings at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites
590 is a WKZO. Oh no, actually this is a KXSP. 590 Omaha, Nebraska. 405 miles, 5,000 watts.
5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter
Nice.
get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com.
whoever comes, it'll be well. We got all this floor. Listen to our coverage right here on Fox Sports Radio. Jason Smith here. This message is brought to you by Discover. Did you know you can
Fox Sports might be KCSP on 610. Let's check it out.
the latest innovation from Discover? Discover will help regularly remove your personal info.
Yep, that's what that was.
People search websites that can sell your data. And
tune in better this direction. Very important which way you tune it to get selectivity at night. So yeah, this is KCSP 610, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
Welcome to Arnold. What are you working on? Follow this plan, put in the work, and believe you will succeed. This year will be different. You will have more peace in your finances and in your life. Nearly 10 million people have changed their lives.
Went the wrong way with the volume. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles to the north, 10,000 watts at night.
Start Financial Peace University today at RamseySolutions.com/FPU. That's RamseySolutions.com/FPU.
Country music there is CFCO 630 Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles to the northeast, 6,000 watts. You can turn the radio and sometimes pick up other stations, which we are. Barely can make it out though. This is KYFI, KYFI 630 St. Louis, Missouri.
On Saturday, the NFL released a statement on social media saying it mourns Nichols' tragic and senseless death. Per the release,
so here's WMFN 640, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles away, 1,600 watts.
44 minutes past each hour. I'm Morgan Wood on the Black Information Network.
My brother said there ain't a thing I can do. My wife and my
Music there is WSM 650, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles to the south. Of course, this little antenna works both ways, north and south, or east and west, or whatever direction you're pointing it to. It's always bi-directional. It's kind of cool. Sometimes it's not, because you might have a strong station to that direction and also to that direction. You're trying to figure out which one it is. Always makes for an enjoyable experience. But yeah, WSM comes in usually pretty clear for my location, but near Chicago.
I don't know where all that came from. A matter of fact, listen to Patrick Mahomes after the game say, yeah, everybody was just talking trash.
So here's 670, the score, WFCR, Chicago.
I've seen him going into a football game. A lot of trash talk coming from a lot of different places. I think, yeah, Burrowhead. There was a lot of stuff. I mean, the mayor came at me, man. I mean, I understand he's the mayor of Cincinnati, so he has to think about something. But, I mean, it's something that you just got to play the football game.
5593, Dave and Morris, we think is back. Are you there, Dave?
PA provides truck insurance and health care.
All right, well, I don't know. I don't know about Dave when he wasn't there the first.
Talking trash to Trey Young.
Okay, there's 700 right in the middle here. It's hard to get it because we got two strong stations, 670 and 720. There's 700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio. 300 miles to the east. You hear the same truck driver, but you can definitely hear Raleigh James on 720. Cranked. Yeah, 720 WGN, Chicago. Strongest station around.
Rains are running toilet cows.
Commercial. Always fun. Okay, I think that's CFZM. Zoomer Radio, 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
Day of the week. When you're looking at the abortion clinic's to-do list, you need an SUV that's got your back, like Chevy Equinox with safety assist that offers forward collision alert and automatic emergency braking. And with a new rear vision camera standard, it's like I've got eyes in the back of my head. Show Winter who's boss with Equinox's available all-wheel drive that gets you where you want to go, on time, anytime. Chevy Equinox can create a
did I go backwards? I went backwards. Dang it.
We are all going to die. And this means that probably at some point in the future your family is going to need to
plan. When you're in your SUV as much as I am, it's safe.
Veterans are saying they're more often, even if the events are occurring at only a small fraction of installed machines. Problems have added hundreds of millions of dollars in cost. So 3 of the largest Western turbine
Mako, GE, Wind Systems, and Siemens Energy. And by the way, they could result in more expensive insurance policies. Step back.
Keep thinking the volume's over here. I kind of wanted to show you that selectivity can be tricky, but it's doable if you're aiming it properly. The antenna. This is WSB 750 Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles. And Detroit, real strong right next to it. When I move this, it'll come right in. You can hear him breaking through.
Genius.com. Get your free life insurance quotes. See how you could save. Your loved ones deserve a financial safety net, and you deserve a smarter wage.
WJR 760, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles to the east.
An all-time low. Well, maybe that's because our institutions have betrayed us. This is the Ben Shapiro Show.
I mean, really now. It's so sad. I know.
We have 15 senior news analysts to buy a ticket to. Some are 60 minutes long, some are 90 minutes long.
My kitchen and living room were in need of a pick-me-up. And the
all I know is my country was in order. They pour in $8, well, not that much, $7.
You can tell by the accent, it's New York. So we're picking up WABC there, barely. New York, New York, 750 miles. Reason being is again selectivity.
This was on sale for helmet
Cool.
mayonnaise.
Or a kid to put through school. And inflation doesn't know you've got a family to feed. But Bank of America does. And is here to help with digital tools to help you.
Strong with all these Chicago stations around. 780 WBBM Chicago News Radio.
What would you like the power to do? Learn more at BofA.com/Chicago. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC equal credit opportunity lender.
They say they'll get your biggest tax refund. I'm looking at critical mass this year. Thank goodness. Raised time. Came out just on the from Michigan. Absolutely. So I know all about, bad snow and ice.
And you know how wonderful a community Gary, Indiana is.
I avoided that.
Yes,
I avoided that.
yes.
I used to ride the South Shore electric train, to downtown Chicago. So I heard about. You have a great evening, you too, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a notoriously dangerous city. Always run by Democrats, of course, so you're not safe. How to prepare your home for the winter? By the way, our number 800-288-WBAP. What you're seeing out there on the roads or at the stores, things that annoy you, things that...
820 WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles. Definitely right-wing station, making fun of Democrats here in Chicago. That's pretty interesting.
Operation Stormwatch is, in effect, how to prepare your home for winter. This all comes from my friend
with the unsolved criminal of murder of the prosecutor Marcello Pecci in Colombia last year.
Okay, I think we're picking up 840. Let's see. Yeah, we're picking up WHAS, I believe, because 830 isn't coming in.
Safer than contracting the virus itself. What would your response be?
Yeah, it's a complex
I wonder if it's a coast-to-coast replay. Probably 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. Is about 300 miles to the south. Doesn't always come in great, but sometimes it comes in perfect.
Particularly with respect to the current show, The New World Report. I'm John Batchelor.
You're listening to CBS Eye on the World with John Batchelor.
Oh, what's this? Yeah.
Don't feel bad that your hair is thinning. Do something about it. I did. It's Jason to Russia. 6 months ago, I had my own hair
830 came in.
transplanted
Beautiful.
from the back to the front. And today it's thicker.
Nice. WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles, just by turning the radio.
World-class surgeons with decades of experience.
Rockin, non, une baguette de c'était pas dans un jeu de collage.
Music there. Could be 850.
Avec les différentes températures. Oui, bien, j'ai dit ça. Donc moi, en fait, c'est spécial, c'est le pommeau qui s'était brisé dans ma main. qui est une musique très, 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 très intense à ce moment-là. Une musique colérique quand même, je peux dire, oui.
A little bit about tuning there, get it solid. CJBC, 860 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles, French speakers.
Aucun musicien n'a été blessé, non. Par contre, on voit des several
Podcast, which has targeted the fracking industry.
Beauty care shops. 30 of those stores were in New Jersey, 15 in New York, 1 in Connecticut. For the first time since the pandemic hit, more than half of workers in the
Here's 880 WCBS, New York, New York. Beautiful.
Now that was mostly thanks to gains in San Francisco and San Jose, while here in New York, the city is only seeing under 48% of office workers swiping into their buildings. Demand for high-end watches taking a real beating as a lot of people pull back on spending. Now Chrono 24, the biggest on the street.
So here you have Lois Frankel, who's a real gender.
Lois!
Here's 890 WLS, Chicago. High-pitched whine coming from the camera.
Oh, for crying outside! You're burning it!
I can't really listen to that guy. It's kind of annoying. That's just my personal opinion. Let's go a little quicker.
The house needs more heat. For example, our baby does, so we have an individual space heater in her room. And then the rest of the house is cool. It saves money, but it also allows you to be cooler. And there's a lot of research behind making sure you sleep in a cool room will actually help you sleep better. Those are all tips for how to sleep better. When we sleep better, we're happier, less moody, better equipped to respond to people. We have more self-control.
I think it could be WKBM, Sandwich, Illinois. 51 miles.
Better. We're not craving
4,200 watts at night.
There's so much behind it. But maybe, like you, I've also struggled with...
Yes, that's strong going in.
Staying asleep. Maybe just waking up randomly in the middle of the night. So here are...
Let's keep going. Some Def Leppard on 940, WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. That's cool. We're rocking, man. I love that. Let's go ahead and turn it up.
Laying back down can allow your body to actually relax and go to sleep. Fourth, just clear your mind with a
Okay, so at 9:30 it was playing her. And on 9:50. So 9:50 WWJ, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles again. Cool.
State of thinking about something else.
Dashwag.com for your free case consultation today.
Take an ordinary putty knife and scrape off
1000 WMVP, Chicago.
Place the new wax ring over the flange, then line up the bolts with the bowl and gently set in place, making sure a proper seal is created with the flange and drain.
Anyway, high inflation we've been experiencing. Why is a long-term financial plan so important?
Dave, folks now are having to plan for over 30 years of retirement. And when you think about the possibility of inflation like this continuing, you've really got to have a very good plan to know where your money
is Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles on 1030. Nice.
comprehensive plan, and we'll talk about that and more.
Next 5, no cost, no obligation, 617-299-7676, 617-299-7676.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, LLC. Insurance services are offered through Hackman Wealth Partners. BWA and Hackman Wealth Partners are not affiliated. NPN number 176575884.
Retirement Strategies with Russ Hackman and the Wall Street Sweeper. Now on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Listen right here on WBZ AM News Radio 1030.
Hey, America.
Always nice to get call letters. WHO, 1040 right next to it. Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
And it started, we're not working.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
How long does it take to get to the forest? That's not far. What are we going to do? Hike? Sure. Are we there yet? Yep.
1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Theforest.org, brought to
to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Fire department employees have been fired after the deadly beating of Tyree Nichols.
So here's KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles. 1120. Don't know if I said that. Gotta make sure I say the numbers because it doesn't show it here. It's not digital radio.
Have even deeper pockets. Millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees. High school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer.
High school sports, rock on. WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. Kind of losing it a little bit. It's kind of fading. That can happen, though. Most of the time it comes back. Late and early mornings are great for AM listening.
That's why we're studying him and his life. The series that we're in is called The Story of Jesus.
WYLL, Hope for Your Life, 1160, Chicago.
Your life of Christ chronologically. And today...
Cars for kids. K-A-R-S.
That's pretty strong.
Cars for kids. 1877 Cars for kids. Donate your car today.
1877 Cars for kids.
Quick, turn that off before it gets stuck in your head. WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. Nice.
Also on the web.
Okay, I'm going to speed up the dial now and try to get to 1500.
The Labouré Society, underwriting this hour, works with aspiring...
There's quite a bit here, between 1300 and 1500. I think this is 1530.
That's what she's asking, and both of you know the answer to that damn question. Here's Jay Reynolds.
WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
ESPN Sirius XM Channel 80. He played 26 seasons in Major League. Pentagon is concerned the continuing military aid to Ukraine could trigger an ammunition shortage.
U.S. defense officials are trying to cobble together creative solutions to prevent future shortages, given the fast burn rate of weapons needed.
Shortage? I don't think we would have to worry about that. Why is that an issue? KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles. If anything, we have an overabundance, I'm sure. But that's pretty cool. Keep rocking. We're almost done. 1540.
Which means we desperately need to increase our manufacturing base for key weapon systems.
The Pentagon is racing to boost its...
Yeah. Must be election time. Okay, I missed 1610. I think that's 1610. That's CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Let's just quick enter it in here, and we can check. Yep, 1610, CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Found it. Had to go back and forth a little bit because that little bit of area I told you about. Traffic advisory radio peeking through on 1620. We're also picking up KOZN, Bellevue, Nebraska, 390 miles. Oh, KCJJ, excuse me, 1630. It's kind of bleeding together with 1620. So KCJJ is Iowa City, Iowa. 175 miles, 1,000 watts.
After about 45 minutes
And we're just getting a hint of 1650. This is where it gets jumbled up because this radio only goes to 1640. All right, cool. We're done. Awesome little set. I love it. So yeah, pick one up. Enjoy it. The Panasonic RF-503. Yeah, it makes a great evening radio if you're got the patience to tune it in. Once you're tuned in, it's going to be solid. Again, it's all about turning the radio and maybe bringing out the Terk Advantage. I didn't bring it out in this video, but except for the beginning, this right here. You know, passive loops are always nice, and it really wakes us up, especially if you're going for that faint signal. This will do a good job. Just keep in mind, though, with analog radios, if you're using a passive loop, it can detune the frequency you're on, so you might actually change frequencies with using the loop versus touching the radio. So keep that when you're working with that. A cool setup. Worthy investment if you're an AM listener. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give a big like if you like the video, and a like if you like this radio. Definitely Panasonic radios. If you want to see more, subscribe with the bell icon, get notified of future reviews and band scans and comparisons with Panasonics of current and back in the day. And 3, comment below what you think about owning an RF-503 with a 9-volt battery. Do you think it's archaic? Do you think it's a wise decision to make? Let me know, because I actually don't mind having my AA powered radio along with a backup 9-volt. It just makes sense. Everybody has 9-volt batteries in a drawer because they got to have them for smoke detectors, because 3 a.m. they always start beeping, right? So we change our batteries. We always have 9 volts on hand. So it's a great thing to have a 9-volt power radio too, to go along with your AA. So it makes a great backup, and not a bad analog tuner too. I like it, smooth tuning. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, come back for more. All right, we'll see you in my next video.